Baby Names World, 20 beautiful baby names that will steal your heart. Hello, beautiful parents-to-be, and welcome back to Baby Names World. I'm so excited you're here today because we're diving into something truly special. 20 absolutely gorgeous baby names that are trending right now and have the most beautiful meanings behind them. Whether you're expecting your first little miracle or adding another precious soul to your family, choosing the perfect name is one of the most important decisions you'll make. Today, I'm sharing 10 stunning girl names and 10 handsome boy names that not only sound beautiful but carry incredible stories and meanings. Before we start, I have a special request for you. If this video helps you in your naming journey, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest name inspiration. Also, I'd absolutely love to hear from you in the comments. Are you team girl, team boy, or keeping it a surprise? Let me know. Now, let's discover these amazing names together. Girls' Names Section Host. Let's start with our beautiful girls' names, and trust me, each one of these is absolutely stunning. Olivia. Our first name is Olivia, and oh my goodness, this name is just timeless. Olivia comes from the Latin word oliva, which means olivera, or olive tree. Now, you might be wondering why an olive tree is so special, and here's the beautiful part. Olive trees have been symbols of peace, wisdom, and abundance for thousands of years. In ancient Greek mythology, the olive tree was considered sacred to Athena, the goddess of wisdom. The olive branch has universally represented peace, and when you name your daughter Olivia, you're essentially giving her a name that embodies harmony and tranquility. What I absolutely love about Olivia is its versatility. You've got gorgeous nicknames like Liv, Livy, or even Ollie for something more modern and spunky. This name has been consistently popular because it strikes the perfect balance between classic elegance and contemporary appeal. Olivias tend to be seen as sophisticated, intelligent, and naturally graceful. The name has literary connections too. Shakespeare used it in Twelfth Night for a beautiful, noble character. If you're looking for a name that will never go out of style and carries such positive, peaceful energy, Olivia might just be perfect for your little princess. Fun fact, Olivia has been in the top 5 names for girls in multiple countries, including the US, UK, and Australia, for over a decade. It's a name that travels beautifully across cultures and languages. Amelia. Next up is Amelia, and this name just radiates strength and determination. Amelia comes from the Germanic word amal, which means work or effort, translating to hardworking or striving. But don't let that fool you into thinking it's all about work. This name represents ambition, perseverance, and the beautiful quality of never giving up on your dreams. When I think of Amelia, I immediately think of Amelia Earhart, the pioneering aviator who broke barriers and showed the world that women could achieve anything. That's the kind of inspiring energy this name carries. It's perfect for parents who want their daughter to be fearless, adventurous, and determined to reach for the stars. The nickname possibilities are endless and adorable. Amy, Mia, Millie, or even Mel. Each nickname brings out a different facet of the name's personality. Amy feels sweet and approachable. Mia is modern and chic, while Millie has that vintage charm that's so popular right now. Amelias are often described as natural leaders, creative problem solvers, and incredibly loyal friends. They tend to have this wonderful combination of being both practical and imaginative. The name has royal connections too. It's been used by several European royal families throughout history. What makes Amelia so special is that it's a name that grows beautifully with your child. It works perfectly for a sweet little girl, but it also has the gravitas and sophistication for a successful woman. If you want a name that embodies strength, determination, and grace, Amelia is absolutely perfect. Sophia. Sophia is next, and this name is pure elegance. Coming from ancient Greek, Sophia literally means wisdom, and honestly, could there be a more beautiful gift to give your daughter than a name that represents knowledge, insight, and intelligence? In ancient philosophy, Sophia represented divine wisdom and understanding. The name has deep spiritual significance across many cultures. In Christianity, it represents the wisdom of God, while in Greek philosophy, it was considered one of the highest virtues a person could possess. What I find absolutely fascinating about Sophia is how it's maintained its popularity across centuries and continents. You'll find variations like Sophia, Sophie, Sophie, and even Zofia in different cultures, but they all carry that same beautiful meaning of wisdom and intelligence. The nickname options are so sweet. Sophie is probably the most common and has that French elegance, but you could also use Soph, Fifi, or even Fia for something more unique. Each variation brings out a different aspect of the name's personality. Sophias are often seen as thoughtful, intuitive, and naturally wise beyond their years. They tend to be the friends others turn to for advice, and they often have this wonderful ability to see situations from multiple perspectives. The name suggests someone who values learning, understanding, and making thoughtful decisions. From a practical standpoint, Sophia works beautifully in virtually every language and culture. It's easy to pronounce, spell, and remember, but it never feels simple or plain. It's sophisticated without being pretentious, classic without being outdated. If you're looking for a name that will inspire your daughter to value knowledge, seek understanding, and approach life with wisdom and grace, Sophia is absolutely perfect. It's a name that celebrates the mind and the spirit equally. Emma. Emma is such a special name, and here's why I absolutely love it. Emma comes from Germanic origins, meaning universal or whole. And there's something so beautifully complete and perfect about that meaning. When you name your daughter Emma, you're essentially saying she is whole, complete, and universal in her appeal and capabilities. What makes Emma so remarkable is its simplicity and strength. It's just 4 letters, but it packs such a powerful punch. The name has this wonderful quality of being both timeless and contemporary. It never feels dated, but it also doesn't feel trendy in a way that might become passé. Emma has incredible literary connections that add depth to its character. Jane Austen's Emma features one of literature's most beloved heroines, intelligent, spirited, and ultimately kind-hearted. Then you have modern Emmas like Emma Watson, who embodies intelligence, activism, and grace, showing how the name continues to be associated with strong, accomplished women. The beauty of Emma is in its versatility. While it doesn't have as many obvious nicknames as some other names, that's actually part of its charm. Em or Emmy work beautifully when she's little, but Emma stands perfectly on its own throughout her life. It's a name that commands respect in a boardroom, but still sounds sweet when you're calling your little one for dinner. Emmas tend to be seen as reliable, intelligent, and naturally leadership-oriented. They often have this wonderful combination of being both practical and creative. The name suggests someone who is complete in herself, confident, capable, and comfortable in any situation. From a global perspective, Emma works beautifully across cultures and languages. It's easily pronounced everywhere, but it maintains its distinctive character. If you want a name that is strong, complete, and universally beautiful, Emma is absolutely perfect for your little girl. Charlotte. Charlotte is absolutely regal, and I'm so excited to share why this name is so special. Charlotte is the French feminine form of Charles, meaning free person or free woman. And in today's world, could there be a more empowering meaning for your daughter? The history of Charlotte is fascinating and inspiring. It's been associated with royalty and nobility for centuries. From Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz, Queen of Great Britain, to modern Princess Charlotte. But beyond the royal connections, the name represents independence, strength, and the freedom to be exactly who you are. What I love about Charlotte is how it perfectly balances elegance with approachability. It has this sophisticated, refined quality, but it's never intimidating or pretentious. The nickname possibilities are absolutely endless, and each one has its own personality. Charlie for the modern, spunky girl, Lottie for vintage charm, Char for something short and sweet, or even Coco for something truly unique and chic. Charlotte Bronte, the brilliant author of Jane Eyre, adds literary gravitas to the name. She represents intelligence, creativity, and the courage to tell important stories. Then you have modern Charlottes like Charlotte Casiraghi, known for her elegance and humanitarian work, showing how the name continues to be associated with grace and purpose. Charlottes tend to be natural leaders with a strong sense of justice and fairness. They're often described as confident, articulate, and naturally charming. The name suggests someone who values freedom, both her own and others, and who isn't afraid to stand up for what she believes in. The international appeal of Charlotte is remarkable. It works beautifully in English, French, German, and many other languages, making it perfect for our increasingly global world. The name has staying power. It's been consistently popular for decades without ever feeling overdone. If you want a name that embodies freedom, elegance, and strength, Charlotte is absolutely perfect. It's a name that will serve your daughter beautifully from the playground to the boardroom. Aurora. Aurora is pure magic, and I get goosebumps every time I think about this beautiful name. Aurora comes from Latin, meaning dawn or daybreak, and it's associated with new beginnings, hope, and the promise of a bright new day. In Roman mythology, Aurora was the goddess of dawn, who renewed herself every morning to bring light to the world. What makes Aurora so special is its connection to natural beauty and wonder. Think about the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights, one of the most breathtaking phenomena in nature. When you name your daughter Aurora, you're connecting her to this sense of natural wonder, beauty, and the magic that exists in our world. The symbolism of dawn is incredibly powerful for a little girl. Every dawn represents hope, renewal, and infinite possibilities. It's the moment when darkness gives way to light, when the world wakes up full of potential. That's the kind of energy and optimism you're giving your daughter with this name. Aurora has wonderful nickname potential. Rory is spunky and modern, while Aura captures the mystical quality of the name. Some families use Rora or even Aura for something shorter and sweet. Each nickname brings out different aspects of the name's multifaceted personality. The Disney connection with Sleeping Beauty adds a touch of fairy tale magic that many little girls love. But Aurora is so much more than a princess name. It's sophisticated enough for a scientist studying the actual aurora phenomena, artistic enough for a painter capturing dawn's beauty, and strong enough for any path your daughter chooses. Auroras tend to be seen as naturally optimistic, creative, and inspiring to others. They often have this wonderful ability to bring light and positivity to any situation, much like their name suggests. They're dreamers and visionaries, but with the practical energy of someone who rises with the dawn. If you want a name that captures natural beauty, hope, and the promise of bright tomorrows, Aurora is absolutely magical. Hazel. Hazel is such a gorgeously earthy name, and I'm absolutely in love with its natural beauty. Hazel comes from Old English, referring to the hazel tree, and it represents wisdom, protection, and connection to nature. In Celtic mythology, hazel trees were considered sacred, symbolizing knowledge and poetic inspiration. What makes hazel so special is its perfect timing with the current trend toward nature names. But it's not just trendy. It has deep historical roots and meaning. The hazel tree has been associated with wisdom and learning for centuries. In ancient times, it was believed that eating hazelnuts could increase your knowledge and inspire creativity. The color association is beautiful too. Hazel eyes are considered some of the most striking and unique, changing from green to brown to gold depending on the light. This gives the name a sense of depth and mystery, suggesting someone who reveals different beautiful aspects of themselves in different situations. Hazel has this wonderful vintage charm that's incredibly popular right now. But it doesn't feel forced or artificially retro. It's genuinely classic with a fresh, modern appeal. The nickname possibilities include Haze, Hazy, or even Zell for something more unique, though many families love Hazel just as it is. Literary connections add depth to the name, from Hazel Grace in The Fault in Our Stars to various other beloved characters in literature. These associations suggest intelligence, sensitivity, and inner strength. Hazels tend to be seen as down-to-earth, intuitive, and naturally wise. They often have this wonderful connection to nature and this ability to see beauty in simple, everyday things. The name suggests someone who is both grounded and imaginative, practical and creative. From a practical standpoint, Hazel is easy to pronounce and spell, but it's distinctive enough to stand out. It works beautifully across different cultures and regions, and it has this timeless quality that will age beautifully with your daughter. If you love nature, value wisdom, and want a name that's both trendy and timeless, Hazel is absolutely perfect. Luna. Luna is absolutely enchanting, and every time I hear this name, I think of magic and mystery. Luna is Latin for moon, and it carries all the beautiful symbolism associated with our celestial companion: femininity, intuition, mystery, and the natural rhythms of life. The moon has been worshipped and revered across cultures throughout history. In Roman mythology, Luna was the goddess of the moon, driving her silver chariot across the night sky. The moon represents the divine feminine, intuition, and the power of natural cycles. When you name your daughter Luna, you're connecting her to this ancient, powerful symbolism. What I love about Luna is how it perfectly captures the current trend toward celestial and nature names. But it's not just trendy. It has deep, meaningful roots. The moon affects the tides, influences growth in plants, and has been humanity's nighttime companion since the beginning of time. There's something so romantic and poetic about that connection. Luna has wonderful international appeal. It works beautifully in Spanish, Italian, English, and many other languages. The pronunciation is simple and lovely, and while it doesn't have traditional nicknames, some families use Lulu, or even Lou for something shorter and sweet. The artistic and creative connections are beautiful too. Think about how many songs, poems, and works of art have been inspired by the moon. Luna suggests someone with natural creativity, intuition, and perhaps a touch of that mysterious artistic soul. Lunas tend to be seen as intuitive, creative, and naturally empathetic. They often have this wonderful connection to their emotions and the emotions of others. The name suggests someone who is comfortable with both light and darkness, who understands that life has natural rhythms and cycles. Modern pop culture has embraced Luna beautifully, from Luna Lovegood in Harry Potter, who represents wisdom, creativity, and marching to your own drummer, to various other beloved characters who embody the name's mystical, independent spirit. If you want a name that captures mystery, natural beauty, and feminine power, Luna is absolutely magical. Isla. Isla is such a beautiful, unique name with the most lovely meaning. Isla comes from Scottish Gaelic, meaning island, and it's specifically derived from Islay, a Scottish island known for its stunning natural beauty and strong cultural heritage. There's something so romantic and adventurous about naming your daughter after an island. What makes Isla so special is its connection to independence and natural beauty. Islands represent self-sufficiency, uniqueness, and the ability to stand strong surrounded by vast oceans. When you name your daughter Isla, you're suggesting she has her own unique identity and the strength to be confidently herself. The pronunciation is beautiful and simple, Isla, and it has this lovely, flowing sound that feels both modern and timeless. While it's been popular in Scotland and the UK for longer, it's really gained momentum internationally in recent years, making it feel fresh and contemporary without being too trendy. Isla doesn't have traditional nicknames, and honestly, it doesn't need them. The name is perfect as it stands, short, sweet, and complete. Some families might use Izzy as a playful option, but most Islas wear their name proudly in its full form. The Scottish heritage adds wonderful depth to the name. Scotland is known for its breathtaking landscapes, rich culture, and strong, independent people. Isla carries some of that Highland spirit. the sense of being connected to natural beauty and having an independent, adventurous soul. Islas tend to be seen as creative, independent, and naturally confident. They often have this wonderful combination of being both strong and graceful, like an island that stands beautifully in the ocean. The name suggests someone who is comfortable with solitude, but also capable of being a gathering place for others. Celebrity connections have helped bring Isla into the spotlight. Actress Isla Fisher represents the name beautifully with her talent, intelligence, and natural charm. This shows how the name works perfectly for someone in the public eye while maintaining its unique, personal quality. If you want a name that's unique, naturally beautiful, and suggests independence and strength, Isla is absolutely perfect. Evelyn. Evelyn is our final girl's name, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Evelyn has such interesting origins. It comes from Old French, with meanings including little bird and life, and sometimes desired or wished for. Could there be more beautiful meanings for your precious daughter? What I love about Evelyn is how it perfectly captures the vintage revival trend while still feeling completely contemporary. It's a name that was popular in the early 1900s, then took a break, and now it's back in full force because parents are rediscovering its timeless beauty and elegant sound. The little bird meaning is particularly sweet. Birds represent freedom, song, beauty, and the ability to soar to great heights. The connection to life is equally beautiful, suggesting vitality, energy, and the precious gift of existence. These meanings together create such a lovely picture of your daughter's potential. The nickname possibilities are absolutely endless and adorable. Eve is classic and elegant, Evie is sweet and modern, Lynn is sophisticated, or you could go with Evie for something more unique. Each nickname brings out different aspects of the name's personality, giving your daughter options as she grows. Evelyn has wonderful literary and historical connections. It's been used by many accomplished women throughout history, and it appears in various works of literature as a name associated with intelligence, grace, and strength. The name suggests someone who is both thoughtful and lively, serious when needed, but with a natural joy for life. What makes Evelyn particularly special is its versatility. It works beautifully in professional settings. You can imagine Dr. Evelyn or President Evelyn, but it's also perfect for a little girl on the playground. It's sophisticated enough for formal occasions, but warm enough for everyday family life. The international appeal is wonderful too. While it's distinctly English in origin, Evelyn is easily pronounced and appreciated across cultures. It has this quality of being both familiar and distinctive, classic and fresh. Evelyns tend to be seen as intelligent, graceful, and naturally charming. They often have this wonderful balance of being both strong and nurturing, independent and caring. The name suggests someone who brings life and joy wherever she goes. If you want a name that's vintage chic, meaningful, and absolutely beautiful, Evelyn is perfect for your little bird. Boys' names section. Now let's move on to our handsome boys' names. Each one of these carries such strength and character. Liam. Starting our boys section with Liam, and this name is absolutely powerful. Liam is actually a shortened form of the Irish name William, which is the Irish version of William, meaning resolute protector or strong-willed guardian. When you name your son Liam, you're giving him a name that embodies protection, determination, and unwavering strength. What makes Liam so special is how it perfectly balances strength with accessibility. It's just 4 letters, making it simple and strong, but it carries the full weight and history of the much longer William. It's like getting all the power of a classic name in a modern, streamlined package. The Irish heritage adds wonderful depth and character to the name. Ireland is known for its rich storytelling tradition, beautiful landscapes, and people who are both strong and warm-hearted. Liam carries some of that Celtic spirit, the idea of being a protector who leads with both strength and heart. Liam has been incredibly popular in recent years, consistently ranking at or near the top of baby name lists, and it's easy to see why. It's masculine without being overly aggressive, traditional without being old-fashioned, and international without losing its distinct character. The nickname possibilities are more limited than some names, but that's actually part of Liam's appeal. It doesn't really need a nickname. It's perfect as it stands. Some families might use Lee or Lee for something shorter, but most Liams carry their full name proudly throughout their lives. Liams tend to be seen as natural leaders, loyal friends, and reliable partners. The name suggests someone who will stand up for others, who can be counted on in difficult situations, and who leads by example rather than by force. It's perfect for parents who want their son to embody strength with integrity. Celebrity connections have helped showcase the name's appeal, from actor Liam Neeson, known for playing protective, heroic characters, to Liam Hemsworth, representing the name's modern, international appeal. These associations reinforce the name's connection to strength, reliability, and natural charisma. From a practical standpoint, Liam works beautifully across cultures and languages. It's easy to pronounce everywhere, but it maintains its distinctive Irish character. If you want a name that's strong, protective, and perfectly modern while honoring tradition, Liam is absolutely perfect. Noah. Noah is such a beautiful, meaningful name, and I'm excited to share why it's so special. Noah comes from Hebrew, meaning rest or peace, and it carries one of the most famous stories in human history, Noah and the Ark, representing salvation, hope, and new beginnings after difficult times. What I love about Noah is how it combines gentleness with incredible strength. The biblical Noah wasn't just peaceful. He was chosen for his righteousness and his ability to preserve life during the most challenging circumstances. When you name your son Noah, you're giving him a name that represents both tranquility and the strength to weather any storm. The story of Noah's Ark is known across cultures and religions, making this name universally recognized and respected. It represents responsibility, leadership, and the ability to bring hope and safety to others. Noah was trusted with preserving life itself. Could there be a more powerful responsibility? From a sound perspective, Noah is absolutely perfect. It's simple, strong, and easy to pronounce in virtually every language. The ah ending gives it a gentle, approachable quality, while the strong consonants make it unmistakably masculine. It doesn't need a nickname because it's already the perfect length and sound. What makes Noah particularly relevant today is its message of environmental stewardship and care for all living things. In our current world, where we're increasingly aware of our responsibility to protect the environment, Noah carries a timely message about being guardians of the earth and all its creatures. Noahs tend to be seen as peaceful leaders, thoughtful decision-makers, and natural caregivers. They often have this wonderful ability to remain calm in chaotic situations and to help others feel safe and secure. The name suggests someone who can be trusted with great responsibility and who leads through wisdom rather than force. The international appeal of Noah is remarkable. It works beautifully in English, Hebrew, Spanish, French, German, and many other languages. It's been consistently popular across different cultures and time periods, showing its universal appeal and timeless quality. Modern Noahs include successful actors, athletes, and leaders who embody the name's qualities of strength, reliability, and natural leadership. The name has this wonderful quality of being both contemporary and ancient, trendy and traditional. If you want a name that represents peace, strength, and the ability to weather any storm while caring for others, Noah is absolutely perfect. Oliver. Oliver is absolutely charming, and this name has such wonderful depth and character. Oliver comes from Latin olivarius, meaning olive tree planter, or connected to the olive tree, sharing the same peaceful, prosperous symbolism as Olivia. The olive tree represents peace, wisdom, abundance, and longevity. Beautiful qualities for your little boy. What makes Oliver so special is its perfect balance of sophistication and playfulness. It's a name that sounds equally at home in a boardroom and on a playground. Oliver has this wonderful English gentleman quality. Think of characters like Oliver Twist or the more modern Oliver Queen that suggests intelligence, charm, and natural leadership. The nickname possibilities are absolutely delightful. Ollie is probably the most popular and gives the name a fun, approachable quality that's perfect for a little boy. Some families use Ollie for something shorter, or even Liver for something truly unique, though that one might not stick. The beauty is that Oliver works perfectly on its own, too. Oliver has incredible literary connections that add depth and character. From Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist to Shakespeare's As You Like It, the name has been associated with characters who show resilience, kindness, and the ability to overcome challenges. These connections suggest someone who maintains their goodness despite difficulties. What I find fascinating about Oliver is how it's maintained popularity across different eras and cultures. It's been consistently well regarded for centuries, but it never feels dated or overly traditional. It has this timeless quality that suggests it will serve your son well throughout his entire life. The connection to nature through the olive tree is particularly appealing in today's world. Olive trees are incredibly hardy and long-lived, some surviving for hundreds or even thousands of years. They represent endurance, peace, and the ability to provide abundance for others. Wonderful qualities for a growing boy. Olivers tend to be seen as intelligent, charming, and naturally diplomatic. They often have this wonderful ability to bring people together and to find peaceful solutions to conflicts. The name suggests someone who is both strong and gentle, confident and kind. From a practical standpoint, Oliver works beautifully internationally. It's easily pronounced in English, Spanish, French, German, and many other languages, making it perfect for our global world. The name has this wonderful quality of being both distinctly English and universally appealing. If you want a name that's sophisticated, naturally connected, and perfectly balanced between strength and gentleness, Oliver is absolutely wonderful. Elijah. Elijah is such a powerful, meaningful name, and I get excited every time I talk about it. Elijah comes from Hebrew, meaning "My God is Yahweh," or "The Lord is my God," and it carries the story of one of the most important prophets in biblical history. This is a name with serious spiritual weight and incredible strength. What makes Elijah so special is its combination of spiritual significance and contemporary appeal. The biblical Elijah was known for his unwavering faith, his ability to perform miracles, and his role as a messenger of God. He represents courage, conviction, and the power to stand up for what's right, even when it's difficult. The sound of Elijah is absolutely beautiful. It has this lyrical, flowing quality that feels both ancient and modern. The rhythm of the name is almost musical, which is fitting since Elijah was known for his powerful voice and his ability to inspire others. It's a name that commands respect, but never feels harsh or intimidating. Elijah has wonderful nickname potential that gives families lots of options. Eli is probably the most popular. It's sweet for a little boy, but sophisticated for a man. Some families use Leja, Lige, or even Jay. Each nickname captures different aspects of the name's personality while maintaining its essential strength. What I find remarkable about Elijah is its cross-cultural appeal. While it's deeply rooted in Hebrew and biblical tradition, it's been embraced by families from many different backgrounds and faiths. It represents universal values like integrity, courage, and spiritual strength that resonate across cultures. The modern popularity of Elijah shows how parents are drawn to names with deep meaning and spiritual significance. In our fast-paced, sometimes chaotic world, there's something appealing about giving your son a name that connects him to ancient wisdom and enduring values. Elijahs tend to be seen as natural leaders with strong moral compasses. They often have this wonderful ability to inspire others and to stand up for what's right, even when it's not easy. The name suggests someone who is both spiritually grounded and practically effective in the world. From a practical standpoint, while Elijah is longer than some names, it's easy to pronounce and spell. It works well in professional settings. You can easily imagine Dr. Elijah or CEO Elijah, while still being perfect for family life. If you want a name that connects your son to spiritual strength, moral courage, and the power to inspire others, Elijah is absolutely perfect. Mateo. Mateo is absolutely beautiful, and I love how this name bridges cultures so perfectly. Mateo is the Spanish and Italian form of Matthew, meaning gift of God, and there could hardly be a more beautiful meaning for your precious son. When you name your baby Mateo, you're celebrating him as a divine blessing in your life. What makes Mateo so special is its perfect timing with our increasingly multicultural world. It's distinctly Latino in flavor, which reflects the beautiful diversity of modern families, but it's also easily understood and pronounced by English speakers. It's a name that celebrates heritage while being completely accessible. The meaning, gift of God, is incredibly powerful and personal. Every parent knows that their child is a blessing, a miracle, a precious gift, and Mateo puts that feeling right into the name itself. It's a daily reminder of how grateful you are for your son's presence in your life. The sound of Mateo is absolutely gorgeous. It has this warm, melodic quality that feels both strong and gentle. The Teo ending gives it a distinctive flair that sets it apart from the more common Matthew, while still carrying all the same meaningful weight and history. Mateo has wonderful nickname potential that reflects its multicultural appeal. Teo is probably the most obvious and has this cool, modern sound. Some families use Matt or Maddie for something more traditional, or even Matto for something unique. Each nickname brings out different aspects of the name's personality. What I find beautiful about Mateo is how it connects to both ancient tradition and contemporary style. Matthew was one of the 12 apostles, a tax collector who became one of Jesus' closest followers and wrote one of the 4 Gospels. This gives Mateo deep spiritual roots and a connection to transformation and purpose. The international appeal is remarkable. Mateo works perfectly in Spanish-speaking countries, sounds beautiful in Italian, and is increasingly popular in the United States and other English-speaking countries. It's a name that travels beautifully and connects cultures. Mateos tend to be seen as warm, generous, and naturally charismatic. They often have this wonderful ability to make others feel welcome and valued, much like their name suggests they themselves are a gift. The name suggests someone who is both spiritually grounded and socially connected. From a practical standpoint, Mateo is easy to spell and pronounce, but distinctive enough to stand out. It works well in professional settings while maintaining its warm, personal quality for family and friends. If you want a name that celebrates your son as a precious gift, honors Latino heritage, and works beautifully in our multicultural world, Mateo is absolutely perfect. Lucas. Lucas is such a brilliant name, literally. Lucas comes from Latin, meaning light or illumination, and there's something so beautiful about giving your son a name that represents brightness, clarity, and the ability to bring light into the world. What makes Lucas so special is its connection to both intellectual and spiritual illumination. In the biblical tradition, Luke was a physician and the author of one of the 4 Gospels, representing both healing and spiritual insight. The Latin root lux connects to light, knowledge, and understanding, all wonderful qualities for a growing boy. The sound of Lucas is absolutely perfect. It's strong and masculine, but never harsh. It has this wonderful balance of consonants and vowels that makes it both easy to pronounce and memorable to hear. It's a name that sounds confident and intelligent without being pretentious. Lucas has great international versatility. While it's Latin in origin, it works beautifully in English, Spanish, Portuguese, and many other languages. In some cultures, it's pronounced Lucas, and in others, Lucas, but both pronunciations are lovely, and the name maintains its essential character. The nickname possibilities give families nice options. Luke is probably the most common, and has this straightforward, reliable quality that many families love. Some use Luke for something shorter and more modern, or even Lucky for something playful and unique. What I love about the meaning light is how relevant it is in today's world. We need people who can illuminate problems, bring clarity to confusion, and help others see possibilities they might have missed. Lucas suggests someone who will be a source of brightness and positivity in the world. The biblical connection adds wonderful depth. St. Luke was known as the beloved physician, combining healing, compassion, and intellectual rigor. He was also an artist and historian, showing the name's connection to both scientific and creative pursuits. Lucas has been consistently popular without being overused, which is perfect for parents who want a name that's well-known but not too common. It's familiar enough that people know how to spell and pronounce it, but distinctive enough that your Lucas won't be one of 5 in his class. Lucases tend to be seen as intelligent, reliable, and naturally optimistic. They often have this wonderful ability to help others see the bright side of situations and to approach problems with both logic and creativity. The name suggests someone who is both a thinker and a doer. From a professional standpoint, Lucas works beautifully in any field. From Dr. Lucas in medicine, to Lucas the artist, to CEO Lucas. It's sophisticated enough for formal situations, but friendly enough for everyday life. If you want a name that represents intelligence, positivity, and the ability to bring light to the world, Lucas is absolutely brilliant. Asher. Asher is such a joyful name, and every time I hear it, I smile. Asher comes from Hebrew, meaning happy, blessed, or fortunate. And honestly, could there be a more positive, uplifting meaning for your little boy? When you name your son Asher, you're essentially saying you want his life to be filled with happiness and blessings. What makes Asher so special is its biblical significance combined with its modern appeal. In the Old Testament, Asher was one of the 12 sons of Jacob, and his tribe was known for being blessed with abundance and prosperity. The name carries this beautiful energy of good fortune and divine favor. The sound of Asher is absolutely lovely. It has this strong beginning with the ash, and then softens with the ear ending, creating a name that's both masculine and approachable. It's distinctive without being difficult to pronounce, and it has this contemporary feel while maintaining its ancient roots. Asher fits perfectly with the current trend toward names ending in like Oliver, Carter, and Cooper, but it stands out because of its beautiful meaning and biblical heritage. It's trendy without being fleeting, popular without being overused. The nickname possibilities are fun and varied. Ash is probably the most obvious and has this cool, modern sound that many kids love. Some families use Ashy for something more playful when they're little, though most Ashers seem to prefer their full name as they grow up. What I find beautiful about Asher is how it sets such a positive intention for your child's life. Every time someone says his name, they're essentially wishing him happiness and good fortune. It's like building positivity and optimism right into his identity. The nature connection is lovely too. Ash trees are known for their strength and flexibility, able to bend without breaking in strong winds. This adds another layer of meaning to the name, suggesting resilience combined with happiness. Ashers tend to be seen as naturally optimistic, generous, and easy to be around. They often have this wonderful ability to find joy in simple things and to help others feel happier too. The name suggests someone who brings lightness and positivity wherever he goes. From a practical standpoint, Asher is easy to spell and pronounce, but it's distinctive enough to stand out. It works well in professional settings. You can imagine Dr. Asher or CEO Asher, while maintaining its warm, personal quality for family life. If you want a name that celebrates happiness, good fortune, and natural optimism, Asher is absolutely perfect. Leo. Leo is absolutely powerful, and this name just radiates strength and confidence. Leo comes from Latin, meaning lion. And honestly, could there be a more majestic, courageous symbol for your little boy? When you name your son Leo, you're giving him a name that represents bravery, leadership, and natural nobility. What makes Leo so special is how it perfectly balances strength with simplicity. It's just 3 letters, making it short, strong, and incredibly memorable, but it carries the full power and majesty of the king of the jungle. It's a name that commands respect without needing to be complicated or long. The lion symbolism is incredibly rich and powerful across cultures. Lions represent courage, strength, leadership, and protection. They're known as the King of Beasts, and they symbolize both fierce protectiveness of family and natural authority. These are beautiful qualities to wish for your son. Leo has wonderful astrological connections too. It's the fifth sign of the zodiac, associated with creativity, generosity, and natural leadership. Even if you're not into astrology, the Leo personality traits are universally positive, confident, warm-hearted, and naturally charismatic. The sound of Leo is perfect. It's strong and decisive, easy to pronounce in virtually every language, and it doesn't need a nickname because it's already the perfect length. Some families might use Lee as a variation, but most Leos wear their full name proudly throughout their lives. What I love about Leo is its timeless quality. It's been used for centuries. Think of Leonardo da Vinci, Leo Tolstoy, or countless kings and emperors named Leo, but it never feels dated. It's simultaneously classic and contemporary, traditional and trendy. The international appeal is remarkable. Leo works beautifully in English, Spanish, Italian, German, and many other languages. It's truly a global name that maintains its essential character everywhere it goes. Leos tend to be seen as natural leaders, confident speakers, and generous friends. They often have this wonderful combination of strength and warmth, like lions who are fierce protectors, but also loving family members. The name suggests someone who will lead by example and inspire others through their courage. From a practical standpoint, Leo is incredibly versatile. It works perfectly for a little boy on the playground and equally well for a successful adult in any profession. You can easily imagine Dr. Leo, CEO Leo, or President Leo. The name has gravitas and authority. If you want a name that represents strength, leadership, and natural nobility, Leo is absolutely perfect. James. James is absolutely timeless, and there's a reason this name has been beloved for centuries. James is the English form of the Hebrew name Jacob, meaning supplanter, or one who follows. But it's evolved to represent so much more: leadership, reliability, and classic masculine strength. What makes James so special is its incredible versatility and enduring appeal. It's been consistently popular for hundreds of years, carried by kings, presidents, actors, athletes, and everyday heroes. James is a name that has proven itself across time, cultures, and circumstances. The historical weight of James is remarkable. Think about all the famous Jameses throughout history, from biblical apostles to kings of England and Scotland, from James Madison and James Monroe to James Bond and James Dean. Each represents different aspects of strength, intelligence, and charisma. The nickname possibilities are absolutely endless, which gives your son options as he grows and his personality develops. Jimmy is classic and friendly. Jim is straightforward and reliable. Jamie can be more contemporary, and some even use Jay for something modern and cool. The beauty is that James works perfectly on its own, too. What I find wonderful about James is how it bridges generations beautifully. It's the kind of name that works equally well for a little boy and his grandfather, creating beautiful family connections. Many families have multiple Jameses across generations, each with their own nickname to distinguish them. The sound of James is absolutely perfect. It's strong and decisive with that solid J beginning and the confident Ames ending. It's easy to pronounce, impossible to mispronounce, and memorable without being flashy. James has incredible international appeal. While it's distinctly English in its current form, it appears in various forms across cultures: Jacques in French, Giacomo in Italian, Santiago in Spanish, Seamus in Irish. This shows how universally appealing the name's essential qualities are. What makes James particularly relevant today is its association with integrity and leadership. Many of the most respected Jameses in history have been known for their moral courage, intelligence, and ability to lead during difficult times. These are timeless qualities that never go out of style. Jameses tend to be seen as reliable, intelligent, and naturally trustworthy. They often have this wonderful combination of being both strong and approachable, serious when needed, but with a natural warmth that draws others to them. From a professional standpoint, James is incredibly versatile. It commands respect in business, politics, academia, or any field your son might choose. It's sophisticated enough for formal situations, but friendly enough for everyday life. If you want a name that's absolutely timeless, universally respected, and will serve your son beautifully throughout his entire life, James is absolutely perfect. Henry. Our final name is Henry, and this name is absolutely regal. Henry comes from Germanic origins, meaning ruler of the household, or a state ruler, and it carries centuries of royal tradition and noble leadership. When you name your son Henry, you're giving him a name that suggests natural authority, responsibility, and the ability to take care of others. What makes Henry so special is its perfect combination of strength and approachability. It's been the name of kings and emperors throughout history, 8 King Henrys in England alone, but it's never felt intimidating or pretentious. It's a name that suggests leadership through service rather than dominance. The historical significance of Henry is incredible. From Henry V, Shakespeare's heroic king, to Henry Ford, who revolutionized industry, to modern Henrys who continue to make their mark in every field, the name has been associated with innovation, leadership, and positive change throughout history. Henry has wonderful nickname potential that reflects its multifaceted personality. Harry is probably the most popular and gives the name a friendly, approachable quality. Think Prince Harry or Harry Potter. Hank is more American and down-to-earth, perfect for families who want something more casual. Some use Hen or even Rye for something more unique. What I love about the meaning ruler of the household is how relevant it is today. We want our sons to be responsible, to take care of their families, and to be natural leaders in their communities. Henry embodies these qualities perfectly. Leadership through caring for others. The sound of Henry is absolutely perfect. It's strong and masculine, but never harsh. The Hen beginning is gentle and approachable, while the Rye ending gives it strength and completion. It's a name that sounds both authoritative and kind. Henry fits beautifully with current naming trends toward vintage names with strong meanings, but it's not trendy in a way that will feel dated later. It's been consistently well regarded for centuries, suggesting it will continue to serve your son well throughout his life. The international variations add wonderful depth. Henri in French, Heinrich in German, Enrique in Spanish. This shows how the name's essential qualities of leadership and strength are appreciated across cultures. Henrys tend to be seen as natural leaders, responsible decision-makers, and caring protectors. They often have this wonderful ability to take charge when needed while making others feel valued and secure. The name suggests someone who leads through example and genuine care for others. From a practical standpoint, Henry works perfectly in any professional setting while maintaining its warmth for family life. You can easily imagine Dr. Henry, CEO Henry, or President Henry, but also the Henry who's the favorite uncle or the reliable friend everyone turns to. If you want a name that represents noble leadership, responsibility, and the strength that comes from caring for others, Henry is absolutely perfect. And there you have it. Beautiful parents-to-be. 20 absolutely gorgeous names, each with their own special meaning and character. From the peaceful strength of Olivia and Noah to the joyful energy of Asher and Aurora, each of these names offers something unique and beautiful for your precious little one. Remember, choosing your baby's name is such a personal journey. The most important thing is that it feels right in your heart and fits your family perfectly. Whether you're drawn to the vintage charm of Evelyn and Henry, the nature-inspired beauty of Hazel and Leo, or the international appeal of Mateo and Luna, trust your instincts. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these names spoke to your heart? Are you leaning toward any particular style? Nature names, vintage classics, or international favorites? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one and love being part of your naming journey. If this video helped you discover some beautiful options, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Baby Names World for more amazing name inspiration. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. And don't forget to share this with any expecting parents in your life who might need some naming inspiration. Coming up next week, we're exploring unique middle name combinations that sound absolutely magical with these popular first names, so you won't want to miss that. Until next time, sweet dreams and happy naming. Welcome to the wonderful world of choosing the perfect name for your little miracle.